Good morning, everyone. So it's not a particularly different morning than the other morning, but I just thought I'd say hi for a change and take you guys out for where I'm gonna go and get my breakfast today, because I thought I'd treat myself this morning, because I realised that Black Sheep cafe that I took you guys to earlier, they've opened up everywhere. I first came across them when I once came off the train from Edinburgh at King's Cross, and there was a Black Sheep cafe there, and I was delighted. They have Norwegian waffles with brown cheese. I was so happy. And now they're everywhere, and there's one a fairly short walk away from my home, I think. So I'm gonna go there and get myself some waffles and some proper food as well. But yeah, I'm gonna treat myself. So the waffles were amazing. I'm so happy that they are in my neighborhood. And I just want to say that it's just so awesome that I can see the gherkin from my bedroom window from my desk. I'm just gonna do the cardinals in of photography and zoom in whilst filming. Look how close it is. Because when the trees have fallen in the winter, I can see it from my room, which most of the year I can't. And it's just like, hello, I am in London. Hee hee. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about now is that I have made a little Spotify playlist. I talked about the music that I like to listen to during Christmas and the last year's Vlogmas, but I actually didn't use Spotify much myself at the time. I am still one of those weirdos who buy CDs, but given I don't have a CD player, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have a go at this Spotify thing. So this year I've actually made a little playlist. So I call it Skeindeer's Jul because cheesy. Even used a very cheesy photo of myself just to look very official. I know, it's so cringy. And I have 9 followers, so hi guys. So nice you want to listen to my favourite Christmas music. So just gonna talk you through what's on here. The first you'll find is Stille Stille Vinternatt, also known as Quiet Winter Night, and is my favourite Christmas album. It's this like jazz version of the songs from this children's TV show in Norway, and I just love it. It's just the best. So some of it's from the English version, some from the Norwegian. The songs are the same. It was just that the Norwegian version was lacking some of the songs, so I just had to put in some from the English one. But the English one doesn't have the right artists, so it's a bit of both, whatever. And then we got Vi tenner våre lykter. Again, there are some songs lacking from the album, at least in the UK. So you may get different songs on your playlist. I'm sorry about that. I really wanted the Katzenjammer song because that's my favorite, but that's not on here. And I did also take out some songs that are not my favorites. I did take some songs from this duo here, just a couple of nice songs. There's a lot of songs from Tarja, former singer of Nightwish, who I really like. I've been listening to those songs since, wow, I was 16, I think. Yeah, Oh, whoa, it just got very sunny. Can you see that? That's, wow, that's intense. Thanks, sun. You saw I took my camera out, didn't you? And then Lorena McKennitt, because that's Christmas to me. Lorena McKennitt, Canadian singer. I love her. Her music is just, especially this album, An Ancient Muse, this one. It's so good. So good. Anyway, like a bit of Enya, it does feel a little bit like haunted compared to the other songs. I'm not sure I will keep them on here, but I quite like them. And I added a bit of Nora Brokstedt just to have a bit of Norwegian flair on here. She sings sort of American English jazz songs with a very strong Norwegian accent. So maybe some of you love that, maybe some really don't. We'll see. Lastly is some highlights, a lot of highlights from the soundtrack of the Czechoslovakia Cinderella film that Norwegians watch religiously every year at Christmas. I might talk about that film some other time. Also, I'm trying to hold my camera still, and I'm also actually looking at a tripod to help me do that, but I found they are just too cost prohibitive for me. So I'm just going to do my best to try to keep it still, but it's really hard, especially when I'm out walking and doing this sort of city kind of filming that I've done previously. I'm going to try to film myself, see what happens. Because then, whoa, focus. Then I'll have to hold it with one hand. Whoa, this is terrible. Great. And holding a DSLR with one hand makes it very shaky because you only have one thing to stabilize it, and you are in a very crowded city and you're trying not to, at least I try not to, invade people's privacy and film right up into their faces and put them up on the internet. I've got to put this camera down. It's really heavy on one hand as well, so it's just difficult to hold steady. I'm going to try this. It's a bit better light, isn't it? So yeah, it's just really hard when you're walking. Obviously that adds a bit of motion, and you try not to film one place too long because there will guarantee be a person walking into wherever you're filming and will feel like, oh, you're filming my face. And I'm like, yeah, watch where you're going. So I just try to respect people's privacy and not put them up on YouTube just because they're out on the streets. So I just try to maneuver quite quickly both with my feet and the camera, and it just makes it a bit shaky sometimes. But I can't afford one of those fancy tripods that makes it still, so I just have to make do. I might use my handheld a little bit more because I'm gonna go out of town tomorrow, so I'm gonna hopefully get a bit more filming done if I actually have a more convenient camera with me as well. So we will see, but thank you guys so much for watching. I think that's it for today. I try to keep these videos quite short just for me to be manageable, but also for you guys because you're probably watching a lot of Vlogmases this year. So hope you enjoy those. I do, certainly. I just found that my favorite burger ever was back on delivery, so yeah, gosh, I haven't had this in years. I am going to be enjoying this so much. Så tenner vi 2 lys i kveld, 2 lys for håp og glede. De står og skinner for seg selv, og oss som til stede. Så tenner vi 2 lys i kveld, 2 lys for håp og glede.